This is Betty with Betty's Stampin' Crazy, and I am back with a little ornament card. Well, it's an ornament. I am going to be making these for my class, which is next Tuesday. And last year I did the same thing. I made an ornament and I gave it out to each one of them. That's my little way of saying thank you for attending my classes. But like I said, it's a shaker ornament. This one I did get just a little bit off right here, but it still works. I think it's cute as can be. And I'll show you everything that we used to make it. First thing I'm going to show you is, of course, the squares. And I used the layering squares. And what I used is the number 7. You know, like I said, I number these out from the smallest to the largest. And for the straight ones, I used the 7 and the 9 to cut out pieces. Anyway, and then I used the number 10 on the scallops, which is the largest one. And what I cut out with that, the two smaller ones, I cut out, well, actually, okay, I'll get it in a minute. Hang on, I'm sorry. That kind of threw me off. Okay, for the back of it, which is this piece right here, I cut out 2 pieces of this with the number 9. And that's the largest of the square dies. And then I used, that was cut out of white, and I used a 3-inch wide. I put long, but it's 3 inches wide and then all the way up to 11 inches. And you can get 3 squares out of that. And for the scalloped that goes on the front, I used the number 7 in the middle of it, and then I used the number 10 for the outside so that I could get this piece right here. And I used, you can use regular Whisper White or any color that you want, but I did use the shimmery white cardstock, and you can't really tell it on the camera, but it does have just a little bit of a shimmer. Excuse me. Also, I used the piece This Christmas, and this is in the annual catalog. And what I used was the piece Joy and Love. I like the script on that. And then I used the little, what do you call these? The pine leaves, I think. And then the little cone right here. I'm not sure what kind of cone that is, but I like the look of it. So that was the only 2 things that I used off of that, or actually the only 3 things. And what I did was I stamped, well, let's just get started. Okay. Oh yeah, and I did use the Mica flakes that were in the holiday catalog, that are in the holiday catalog, and you get 3 different colors. I just used the white, but you also get the gold and the green. This comes in one package. Let me start. And since I already have my pieces cut out, I'm just going to put these off to the side. Okay. And I want to start by doing my background here. And what I'm going to do is get me a piece of this scrap paper, and I used Emerald Envy, and I sponged around the outside. I do really like this Emerald Envy. I'm starting to get a sore throat, so I'm sorry if I keep clearing my throat. This weather changing down here in Texas is kind of getting to the people that live here that's not used to it, the cold too much. Okay. Now you can make this as dark as you, or as light as you want. This is just as light as I'm going to go. And I just left a little bit of white in the middle. And then I used, for the pine cone or whatever that is, I used mint macaron. And I came back in, there it is, And I just put one on there. And the reason I went with the macaron is because I didn't want to take the time, since I've got so many of these to make, I didn't want to take the time to stamp off and get it light enough to where it wasn't too dark. So I'm just going to use this mint macaron on it. I stamped it with that, and then I come back in with that little cone looking shape, and I stamped it. I'm trying not to get my head in the way, I'm sorry. Up there. Oh, messed that one up, didn't I? Now let's try this one more time. Take our mint macaron, however you say it, and I'm just going to come up here like this. Don't get too close to the edge because it'll be covered up if you do. I mean, don't get too far in either, but let's try not to rock this one this time. Pretty, pretty. And do this. Okay, and for the last thing, for the peace, joy, and love, I used, let me get these out of the way. I used a Misty because I've got so many of these to make. Oh, I didn't even tell you how wide I made this. This is 3 1/4 inches wide to be able to fit that scalloped. I almost forgot that, sorry. Okay, now we're going to take this, and like I said, I've got so many of these to make, I decided to use the Misty so I could get it right every time. Take that out. Put my magnet on there. I'm getting out of the screen, aren't I? Sorry. Let's move this out of the way. I don't need it anymore. Hopefully. Not, at least not until I start doing the rest of them. I have got the small Misty. I really like it. I thought I wasn't going to when I got it in the mail. I thought, oh no, that's a small one. But I really like it. It's a perfect size. And like I said, I ordered this from Amazon, I think. Okay, pull that up. Perfect. Move that off to the side. It's kind of hard for me to pick up with these nails. Okay. Now I'm going to close this up so I don't get anything in it. And I'm going to move this off to the side. Oh, let me put this paper back in here so that it doesn't hurt anything. Doesn't get on my deal. This way I don't have to take the ink off that right now. And come back in. And the one thing I didn't tell you that I used, I used the punch, the Hollyberry punch. Ooh, I got something on it. Probably glue, knowing me. Anyway, I used the Hollyberry punch, and the only thing I used was this big one here, and I cut it out of the white glimmer paper, and the strip that I used was only 3/4 inch wide, and I cut out several of those. I'm only going to use 2. No, actually I'm going to use 4. I forgot. And then I cut out the berries, these 3 berries that are gathered together here. I cut them out of the red glimmer paper, and I'm going to need 2 of those. So, and both of the glimmer papers were only 3/4 inch wide, so that you don't use that much. And of course the strips, I didn't tell you I did use the strips. So let's see, I need to go ahead and use my embossing buddy. Make sure that's dry first because I don't want to smear it. I know the green ink's dry, but the red doesn't look quite dry. Let's just do this. That way I know I don't smear it. And it looks dry. It's not getting on in. Okay, that should be alright. And the reason I did that is because I don't want the microflakes sticking to anything I put on there. Okay, I'm going to take my frame and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and put, okay, what did I do with my, clear sheet. Right here. It's hard to see. And I cut the clear sheet at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay. And then I just took glue dots, of course, which let me get those out. And my pick. And what I'm going to do is put one on each corner. And I'm going to go ahead and put one in here too, just to make sure it's secure to this spring. You don't have to go through all this, but I really wanted to make sure it doesn't get over the edge. Two more. Stuck into me. It's stuck into me. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. Let me get my... It's already got glitter stuck to it. Get this stuck down good. Move it up a little bit. This just barely fits this. You could cut it just a little bit smaller, but oh, it got stuck. It doesn't show, so that's fine with me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my oh, and I didn't tell you, I used the Emerald Envy, and all I did, like I said, my words aren't coming to me today, the Emerald Envy marker, and I just went along the edge of all of these, because I didn't like just the plain white. It just didn't stand out enough for me. And so I took the big end, and I'm going to need my glue dots again, and put it right on this edge. I don't know if you can see it. I got it on the edge close to this little point right here. And of course it's sticking to me. Then I took this and kind of at an angle. Put that there. Oops, turn you over. Yeah. That just tells you glue dots are very sticky. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to flip this over so I don't have to do it later. Keep fighting with it. But like I said, I put it on the big end, and I put the two big ends together. Just like that. Oh, he moved on me, didn't he? Even though I flipped it over. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, now I'm going to take and put, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my strips on the edge of this. Okay. I love these strips. I'm glad, so glad Stampin' Up got them. Let's move that up there. And I'm going to put it right along the edge. Let me get this to where I can see it. Get my scissors out. Cut that off. Okay. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to go ahead and use the embossing buddy on my film and pull this off. Let's move this out of the way. Yep, got it. Okay, let's take our Mica flakes. Go ahead and put them in there. And I usually sparingly because you really don't need that much. Probably about maybe a half a teaspoon. Half of one of these little bitty teaspoons. I get these at Dollar Tree. They're in the wedding section. Love these things. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut it out. This on top. And sometimes I have a little bit of trouble getting this squared away. Straight. So if I get my head in the way, I'm sorry. This is the only way I can do it. Okay, sorry about getting my head in the way. And there's that. Now, I took glue and put these on so that they didn't get knocked off. So I'm going to do that again. Oh, what did I do with my glue? Okay, and I just put, oops. Hopefully it'll come out. Take these. And I want it the opposite way from what I've got the other one. Stick that one on. This one on. And then I used the cord, our silver cord. You can use baker's twine or anything you want. And I cut off probably, let's see how much it was. I doubled it up and then figured it from there. Probably about pretty close to 8.5 inches. And then I tied this up here in a knot. Sorry, my son's going in and out the front door. There's always noise at this house. Okay. I didn't have this much trouble when I wasn't filming. Let's just do it this way and bring it on down. I want to get it down there so that it's not too far to the top but not too far down. That should be good enough. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut these tops off so it's not too long. This is actually going to be the top because I wanted this underneath. So what I did was I turned this over and used my fast fuse. You could use glue or anything you want. And you know what, I may just, well, let's go ahead and use the fast fuse to put the cord down. And I put this end on it. Just like that. Whew. Everything's sticking to me. And then I took the backing, and we're just going to use glue on it this time. You could use the fast fuse or you could use the glue. But this will give you a little bit of time to move it around if you want to do that. I think I used the fast fuse on the other one, but this is okay. That way, any imperfections on the back, plus you hide your cord where you put your cord on. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I did to it. Move all my stuff out of the way and you can see what I did. And isn't that cute? It's really simple. It's a lot of steps, but it's simple. And it makes a really cute little card. And I love these Mica flakes because they're not so tiny that you have to put too much, so much in it. They're not completely white. There you go. And I'll try to get back with you probably closer to the end of the week with a, it's not exactly a box. Hang on just a second. Okay, it holds 4x4 post-it notes. And I got these at Walmart, it's a box of post-it notes. And it uses our Christmas card, our Christmas paper, but it's reinforced. So I will be making that for you. Alright, this is Betty with Betty Stampin' Crazy. Thank you.